Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I am very excited to be able to make this video for you guys because we are back here on the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. And no, I did not plug in my Xbox 360. We are playing Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox One because it's finally backwards compatible. As you guys know, over the years, they have slowly but surely been making pretty much every Call of Duty game ever backwards compatible on the Xbox One, but for some reason, they always went around Modern Warfare 2. This was the final game to become backwards compatible, and we always kind of assumed it was because of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, but for some reason today, out of nowhere, they decided to make this game backwards compatible, which means you can download it from your Xbox One store, or simply pop in your old Xbox 360 disc, assuming of course you still have access to it. So how is the game? Is Modern Warfare 2 as fun as we remember? Yes, it is definitely as much fun as we remember, at least as of right now, because as of right now, the community has kind of forgotten about one-man army noob tubes. I will say my first 3 deaths of this game were to grenade launchers, which was not very fun whatsoever, but when you can find a lobby when people aren't using grenade launchers, it's actually a lot of fun. And if you're wondering about mods and hacks and stuff like that, I personally have not seen them as of right now. Let me know down there in the comments if you guys were into anything like that, because I saw a couple of people on Twitter telling me that they were going to wait about a week or so to pick up Modern Warfare 2 again, because at that point they feel like the game's going to have died down quite a bit and most of the modders and hackers will have moved on. But I think the opposite may actually be true. I haven't seen any mods or hackers, at least as of right now, though I imagine as the days go on, more of those guys are going to start coming back to the game and modding it and infecting it and stuff like that. So in my opinion, the best time to go back to Modern Warfare 2 would be right now. Now we have a completely revitalized player base and the game itself is actually relatively clean. Like right now, Modern Warfare 2 seems to be cleaner than Black Ops 2, which, I mean, Black Ops 2 is completely broken at this point, but still, it's a really fun multiplayer experience, and if you have access to it, I highly recommend going back and playing it. Now, the big question on everybody's mind right now is, what does this mean for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? Does this game being backwards compatible pretty much kill our hopes and dreams of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered actually having a multiplayer? That may be the case. I can't sugarcoat it for you guys. That may be the case, though it may also not be the case, which we will be discussing here in this video. So pretty much every day I get questions from you guys asking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and whether or not we have more news or more information, though sadly for like the past 5 months we haven't heard anything concrete in regards to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. The last thing we heard was an inside source at Raven Software told Charlie Intel that the game was indeed being made. They said that they were not working on it themselves, like Raven Software does not have a hand in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, but it is being made and it's going to be campaign only, i.e. it does not have a multiplayer. We all thought there was no way that could actually be true, but shortly after that, we heard from Kotaku and Eurogamer and their independent industry insider sources, who were also saying that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is indeed being made, and that it was not going to feature a multiplayer experience of any kind, which was a huge blow to the entire Call of Duty community. Like, on one hand, we all understand that Activision is super out of touch with the general player, with the general community, right? But on the other hand, there is no way they are so dense that they would remaster Modern Warfare 2 and cut the multiplayer from it and assume that everybody would be happy. Like, I understand that a lot of us like the single player campaign, a lot of us like Spec Ops, but the biggest reason why Modern Warfare 2 is so popular and every other Call of Duty game is so popular is because of the multiplayer. That's why it makes no sense to me whatsoever, and that's also why I think it's so interesting they are just now making the game backwards compatible. This could be the writing on the wall that proves that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will not have multiplayer, but on the flip side of things, just to turn things around for you guys, this could also be a huge beta test for the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. I know it doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but it really does if you think about it. So, Modern Warfare 2 is unique in that it seems to be beloved by all, while at the same time it's a game that is fundamentally broken and has a lot of issues when it comes to the multiplayer experience. One-man army danger close grenade launchers are ridiculously powerful in this game, and I really do feel as though the fun that I have in Modern Warfare 2 is dictated by whether or not the opposing team is going to be abusing that particular combination. It's so bad that way back in the day, during Modern Warfare 2's prime, 402, otherwise known as Robert Bowling, who is the community manager for Infinity Ward, he was pushing to get that fixed. He wanted that combination out of the game entirely because he knew it was broken back then, and he probably knows it's still broken now to this day, right? Unfortunately, his patch that he proposed, which by the way, I have an entire video talking about his forgotten patch down there in the description, that patch never went through because at the time, Infinity Ward was having a huge falling out with Activision. More than half of the studio was fired or left, and they of course went over and formed Respawn Entertainment, which of course was responsible for Titanfall 1 as well as Titanfall 2. So there was a lot going on in-house at the time, and as a result, his patch never went live, and that's why that combination is still here in Modern Warfare 2, even to this day. My prediction is over the course of the next couple of days, not only are the modders and hackers eventually going to come back, but I feel as though the community is going to get a refresher course as to just how overpowered that particular combination is. Like, you're watching the gameplay here, it looks like I'm having a lot of fun, and I am, but that's because the opposing team is not constantly killing me with grenade launchers. When I get into a lobby like this one right here, I have no fun whatsoever. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the weapon that I'm using. I love this map. Scrapyard is one of the better maps in the entire Call of Duty series, in my opinion, but I can't have fun in this lobby. And it's not because these guys are better than me. It's not because I'm losing my gunfights. It's because roughly half of the opposing team are spamming explosives pretty much everywhere I go. And to be fair, my team's doing the exact same thing. Have you guys ever heard of the shotgun effect? I'm not sure if other people talk about this, but to me, there is something called the shotgun effect in video games, especially Call of Duty, right? When I'm doing well with a shotgun, suddenly the entire opposing team also pulls out a shotgun because they want to one-up the shotgunner by using their shotgun. I think the same thing is actually true for sniper rifles, and I think the same thing is also true of one-man army danger close grenade launchers here in Modern Warfare 2. It only takes one person. It takes one person in your lobby to use that broken combination, and suddenly a bunch of other people start pulling it out. Everybody has a class for it, and then suddenly the entire lobby is ruined and you have to back out. That's why I am a huge advocate of not only Infinity Ward taking Robert Bowling's Forgotten Patch and introducing it into the live version of Modern Warfare 2, but also taking that Forgotten Patch and introducing it into the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, assuming of course we actually get multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. That's why I say this could be a big beta test for that game's multiplayer, right? Because they could be testing right now how the community reacts to the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer here in 2018 with no changes being made whatsoever. Of course, we always talk about Modern Warfare 2 and how great the game was way back in the day, but how many of us really go back to play it? And of course, a lot of you guys are going to pipe up in the comments saying you play the game a ton even to this day, but I think the general Call of Duty community plays the newer games more so than the older ones, and we have those fond memories of the older ones, so we don't really go back and re-experience them, at least all that often. Well, right now, we have hundreds of thousands of people in 2018 going back to play a multiplayer that was designed back in 2009, and we're going to really see how good that multiplayer is here in 2018 with the current Call of Duty community. It could be really good, it could be really bad. In a couple of days' time, it could be flooded with mods and hacks and infections, and everybody and their mother could be tubing. That could actually happen, and if that does happen, that could be all the reasoning that they need, whoever they is, whoever's actually working on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, that could be all the incentive they need to actually introduce Robert Bowling's Forgotten Patch into Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's multiplayer, assuming, of course, once again, there's actually multiplayer in that game. There's no doubt in my mind that the game is being made, but exactly what that game is going to have in it is the big question right now, and we also want to know exactly when we're going to be getting it. We have no freaking idea, so that's my personal opinion on what's happening right now. That is my theory, but keep in mind that is just a theory. That's not concrete whatsoever. It's all speculation. We really have no idea. In reality, this could actually just be one giant cash grab. This could be Activision's way of cashing in on Modern Warfare 2 right before Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes out, but it also could be a beta test. It could also be their way of confirming that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's campaign is coming out soon, and now they're giving us a taste of the game once again to get us hyped for that. It could be a lot of things. You can interpret this a lot of ways, but either way, I am just so happy that so many people are going back and playing Modern Warfare 2. Now, I would love to hear down there in the comments, especially those of you who have never played the game before, because there are lots of you. I mean, I saw so many level 1s today while playing. What do you think of Modern Warfare 2? Do you like this game? What do you guys think of it? Did it live up to the hype? Leave all your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section below, because for me personally, this is one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had in video games. Not only Call of Duty, keep in mind, not only in Call of Duty, but video games in general. That is how good the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is if you're actually in a good lobby. And keep in mind, I'm not like those pub stomping YouTubers. When I say a good lobby, I just simply mean people who are not tubing you constantly with grenade launchers, right? I have no trouble going up against people of an equal or greater skill level. I welcome that. In fact, I love that. That's the best way to play Call of Duty, at least in my opinion. But when you're in a bad lobby, this game can be miserable. It can be so terrible, but in those good lobbies, it's one of the best experiences ever. Like being able to go back today, almost 10 years later, and revisit High Rise, you know, see Terminal again, use the ACR, use the TAR-21, the UMP-45, calling in chopper gunners and AC-130s. It is so much fun. I actually tried to get a tactical nuke for you guys that I kept getting shut down off of my streaks, but either way, that's like what's fun about this game's multiplayer, is kill streaks are actually a factor. I'm having so much fun with Modern Warfare 2 now that it's repopulated again that I don't even really want to go back and play Call of Duty World War 2. And you guys know I love Call of Duty World War 2. A new DLC just came out today for the PlayStation 4. We have a new weapon that's tied to a brand new division. There's a lot of new things happening in that game. And here I am playing a game that came out 10 years ago because I love it that much. That's how good the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is when you're actually in a good lobby. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on the game down there in the comment section below. And I'm interested to see how this is going to develop. If history is any indicator, the game is going to have a huge spike in player count, but I wonder how long that is going to last for, right? Because when World at War became backwards compatible, suddenly it jumped up from like 100 people to like 10,000 people overnight, which was insane. And I think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be much bigger than that. But if you go back to World at War today, it's back down to its 100 or 200 people. I wonder if the same thing is going to happen to this game, or maybe if the entire population is going to stay up until the release of Black Ops 4, or even Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, assuming of course that comes out in the relatively near future. We really have no idea. It's a very interesting time to be a Call of Duty fan, and once again, I would love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.